So I am in the process of getting ready for work. Excuse the terrible lighting, one. Excuse the rings underneath my eyes, two. Excuse the half-wet hair that hasn't quite completely dried yet from my shower. But I did want to come to you guys and give you a book that I'm reading, tell you a little bit about it, and hopefully I will have a complete review done up for you guys. Hopefully, I'm hoping to be done with the book by tomorrow or Saturday the latest. It might be Sunday, just depending on when I have time to record it, but I should definitely be done with the book by tomorrow or Saturday at the latest. Well, it's a weird split in my veins. The book is, it looks like, why do I have a glare? There we go. The book looks like this. It's called the series is called The Chronicles of Vladimir Tod by Heather Brewer, and the first book is called 8th Grade Bites. My good friend loaned this book to me. She's like, I have this book you have to read, it's so good, and her and I have really similar tastes. Although, what I've read of the book, I'm wondering if she was maybe on something when she recommended this book to me, or maybe we just have a little bit of a different taste in vampire books. But it's just, maybe the first book in the series is slow to starting, but I am not that impressed with this book. It's by no means bad, I just think it's written at a lower level than what her and I should be reading at, considering we're both seniors in high school, and I'm 17 and she's 18, and this book, literally, it's this thick. It's the thinnest book that I've read in a long time. It only has, let me see, it only has 178 pages. It's not bad, but I do think it's written for younger readers, in my opinion. But it's okay, I mean, you know. So on the back it says, if you thought 8th grade was tough, try it with things and a fear of garlic. And this is what the back looks like. This book retails for $8.99 in the US and in Canada $10.99. This is what the inside, well, the synopsis is on the front of the inside, which is a little weird for some books. I can't remember how many books are in this series, but it's definitely more than a trilogy, so not sure. It says, Vladimir Tod, normal 8th grade student or powerful vampire? Junior high really stinks for 13-year-old Vladimir Tod. Bullies harass him, the principal is dodging him, and the girl he likes prefers his best friend. Oh, and Vlad has a secret. His mother was human, but his father was a vampire. With no idea of the extent of his powers, and no one to teach him, Vlad struggles daily with his blood cravings and his enlarged fangs. When a strange substitute teacher begins to question him a little too closely, Vlad worries that his cover is about to be blown. But then he realizes he has a much bigger problem. He's being hunted by a vampire killer who is closing in fast. Okay, in what I've read of this book, I have only made it through page 16 of this book because every time I open this book, I'm just more and more disappointed with the level of reading that it's at. I need to lower my expectations of how the book's going to be written when this is obviously a junior high level book, in my opinion. But so far in the first chapter, they have, it moves really quickly, like you're kind of confused at first at the start, but it shows that how he controls his blood cravings is his aunt works as a nurse and she brings him back blood bags for him to, and makes him essentially these snack packs, is what he calls them, but they're basically just human food filled with human blood, which is really strange. If I'm gonna read about a vampire, I'd rather read about them sucking blood out of a human, not necessarily killing this human, mind you, but sucking blood out of a human rather than reading that his aunt is stealing him blood bags from her work. I don't know. It's just odd, okay? And then it's Halloween on this, and when the book starts, and his friend Henry and him, which I believe his friend Henry knows he's a vampire because he makes a comment in here about how he's friends with the undead or something, so I'm assuming that he knows that, but I'm confused on that. I'm not for sure. Maybe as the book progresses I'll understand a little bit more, but yeah, not really impressed so far, but I'll read you a little bit about the author because it's always nice to know about the author. And then she has the regular back page full of information about her. It says, Heather Brewer was not your typical teen growing up. She wore black, danced under full moons, and devoured every book in sight. She hasn't changed much. Today, Heather can be found riding in her funky black Happy Bunny jammy pants, that's a mouthful, dancing under the full moon, devouring every book in sight, and attending Renaissance fairs, in costume and in character. Heather doesn't believe in happy endings unless they involve blood, which also makes me a little worried about this book. She lives in Missouri with her husband and 2 children. This is her first book, and her second and third are 9th Grade Plays and 10th Grade Bleeds, the sequel to 8th Grade Bites. Then it gives you a website that you can go to. The cover is cool. It's one of the coolest book covers I've seen in a while. But, like I said, it's really, really small. Here, this is my finger length, and I have small fingers, and this is literally the width of the book on here. It doesn't even go, yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'm judging it a little too harshly right now because I haven't read that much into it, but I'm going to read it. I'll leave you guys a full review. If I like it, I'll borrow the rest of the series from her. If I don't like it, I'm probably not going to finish the series. Like, usually I tell myself I have to finish the series if I start it, but I have started to find that there's more and more series that the first book's bad and then the second and third books are worse. And I just don't see any point in wasting my time reading the books if I don't like them, you know? I don't know. Okay, well, bye. See you guys later. Have a good day.